Bonjour tout le monde. Today represents a troubling and sad moment in Canadian history. The volleyball team next to me declined my request to participate in a game. We think of Canadians as being respectful and generous, and yet there are those who seem to want to live by their own depraved values. And so, in order to protect the good Canadian citizens and refugees from this hatred and division, I'll be closing the beach indefinitely. And meanwhile, since I'm very resilient, I can still enjoy the remainder of today's sunshine. And although it's rare to have a clear and blue sky, all I had to do is make a couple of phone calls. And luckily, I brought along my new product, the C11 sunscreen, which permits only certain rays to pass through, and as you may have guessed, contains shea and cocoa butter. It works equally well for sore muscles if you happen to have a misogynist nearby to rub it in. My friends, the time has come for us to do our part and to apply this product liberally, ensuring a wide palette of skin tones and pigment diversity across this great nation that we love, keeping white Canadians white and brown Canadians brown, and so on. Without it, you may burn your face or even turn black as I once did. Merci.
Trudeau!
Poilievre.
No, we should go with Trudeau. Look, he just looks better.
Sweetie, trust me. Poilievre. He fits our lifestyle better.
Okay, fine. You win. We'll go with Poilievre. Justin Trudeau?
Bon matin.
But we ordered Poilievre.
Wait, there's a note.
Dear customer, we apologize for the inconvenience, but some selections such as Poilievre bought are out of stock.
We felt that our Trudeau bought model would be a satisfactory replacement?
Some models may be more dishonest than they appear.
Well, it actually might be nice to get Trudeau to work for us for once.
We will continue to keep Canadians dust-free and safe in their housekeeping skills.
Hey look, he comes with a remote.
Oh, neat.
Cleanliness is synonymous with stability and reliability in such times of uncertainty.
I'm gonna turn off the propaganda mode. Hey, look, he comes with a song selection mode. Hey Trudeau, play some Whitney Houston.
Clock strikes upon the hour, and the sun begins to rage because of climate change.
Hey Trudeau, play me some Taylor Swift.
You are somebody that I don't know, but you're taking shots at me like you're Putin, and I'm just like, damn. Kalis Tabernak.
Trudeau, what's your favorite song?
Talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. I can love me better than you can.
Man, that's a really powerful vacuum.
Nobody sucks more than I do.
Hey Trudeau, say the name of the alphabet community.
2SLGBTQI+.
Faster.
2SLGBTQI+.
Faster!
2SLGBTQI+, 2SLGBTQ, I'm gay, malfunction.
Honey, we've got to get rid of Trudeau.
Have we?
Discarded our values and thrown away democracy.
Democracy.
Take one. Take one. Bon matin. This morning I woke up with a resounding headache, and someone told me that if I came to this neighborhood that I'd be able to find some strong medication. And I think while I'm here, I'll try to raise some funds for my defense lawyers who have been getting rather expensive lately. Like all the great neighborhoods from the Maritimes all the way up to Nunavut and back, the Canadian neighborhoods represent all the hard work that I've done to build back better and to reimagine sustainable housing and green homes. Like my friend Klaus says, you can own nothing and you will be happy. And what more shining examples of these people kind here who clearly represent our bright and prosperous future of Canadians. I even saw several white privileged males collecting water bottles, not water bottles, but water bottle thingy boxes and cans, and protecting our fragile environment.
Track you, Trudeau! Scumbag!
Well, she certainly doesn't seem to appreciate all the hard work I've done on trying to end the she-cession. Perhaps she needs a sedative, and with all the global supply chains being negatively affected by Putin, at least I managed to fast-track the opiate imports so that these taxpayers all around here can enjoy 24/7 access to these legalized healing modalities. And speaking of our delicate and interconnected world, I'd like to address our foreign countries across the ocean. We've got your back, as we always have. And so, later today, Christian and I will be depositing several $1 trillion directly into the bank accounts of whichever countries are trending in the media. And lastly, I'd like to conclude with a new product that I invented. I'm concerned about the rising food prices and the havoc that the meat production does to our ecology. And so, announcing the new Parliament Hotel insect catcher. The parasites check in, but never leave. I'll place it here, and in a few hours, it will feed a family of 5. Until next time, au revoir. Bienvenue and vitaillement. Today, we'll look at the excellent tradition of Ukrainian cookery. The oven is set to a safe and effective temperature for the leavened paska and babka breads. As you may have guessed, unleavened breads are not welcome in my kitchen. Now, many of you are asking how much yeast and what are the exact proportions for flour and water. And it is a science, but the science is settled. And this is the reference. I even have a second copy for my summer home. And in it, it suggests a generous glaze of egg whites and butter. I know many of you, especially Ukrainian Canadians, young ones especially, will be advocating for vegan options and gluten-free substitutes. But this is not what Ukrainians are about. We can do this and build back the meat and dairy tradition that has always been there for the Cossacks to keep them healthy and vibrant in their cherished communities. In fact, one of my favorite dishes is mozkom with cabbage rolls. And regarding the latter, I am now mandating that the cabbage be kept secure around the unified rice, which would otherwise crumble into chaos, necessitating an emergency act, or at least a smoke detector. Next week, we'll look at a delicious Bukovinian nachinka recipe that a friend gave me while I traveled to Chernivtsi last month. Дякую and do побачення. Bon midi. My servant was busy today and he couldn't do my laundry, so I thought I would just go shopping and buy a new suit. I can't wait. I wanted to be the first one in the store when they opened, and so I ran as fast as I could, but someone else had already beaten me, and I was sad. I'll freeze her bank account later. Everywhere I go, Canadians are happy to see their Prime Minister. Many people ask me for selfies.
Oh, Mr. Trudeau, may I get a selfie with you, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Communist scumbag.
Plus, earn points and instant cashback.
Unfortunately, some are not so friendly and unneighborly even. Canadians are so proud of our gender-neutral bathrooms, and today I got to experience one, and I was surprised at how comfortable I was. We are Canadians, my friends. We will keep mandating till the end. We are Canadian. We all love Ukrainians. Poilievre's a loser, and we are Canadians, my friends. I asked a woman if I could try some underwear on in the change room, but she said no. But then how will I ever know if it fits? Still looking good. Oh, I have to practice my speech. Canadians, LGBTQ plus. Let's just speak about climate change.
It's been over an hour.
Excuse me? Are you the manager?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Well, I'm very disappointed that there's a ladies' floor and a men's floor, and I just want to mandate that there's one unisex floor.
Okay. There may be some minor logistical problems with that.
Silence! I hate it when peasants talk back. I wanted a place where everyone can feel safe and welcome. And diverse displays make our African friends feel welcome too. I enjoyed the shopping experience that regular average Canadians experience because I felt safe. Well, it's partly because I had security detail at every entrance. That's all for now. Bon matin.
Mr. Trudeau, can I have a selfie with you, please?
All right. Thank you very much.
This morning, it came to my attention that my neighbor neglected to return my dryer laundry ball. This is unacceptable, and I will be invoking a crippling and brutal sanction against the people of 908. For 30 days, they will not be able to borrow any cream or sugar or butter. As Canadians, it's time for them to step up and to do the right thing and to realize the infinite dignity of each individual's laundry needs and supplies. Am I perfect? I've only made one mistake ever. Last week, I left the setting on whites instead of the diverse and inclusive colors. This resulted in a larger carbon footprint and an unsustainable use of energy. And even more tragic was the loss of one sock. And black socks matter. Merci. Bonsoir. As I observe the room, I can see that this is a quite attractive audience tonight, but we already know this about Canadians. This is something we've come to expect. But there are questions that we all have to ask ourselves. For example, this couple in the front row, are they on a casual first date, or is he already banging her? And these two over here, they don't seem very excited. Should we call them Johnny and Amber? Relationships. Are they tough? Let's be honest. We can work on this together as Canadians. My wife, she gives me a hard time. And I tell her I'm just doing my best and that I'm moistly a good husband. She sometimes begs for more, and I just say, enough is enough. Moving right along, why did the chicken cross the country? Anyone? In order to get to the other side, to participate in mayhem, destruction, and terror. Instead of fulfilling partnering opportunities for chickens and working on gender solutions for inequality and green jobs, fiscal responsibility, things that matter. An Indigenous group walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Why are you all standing instead of being in your seated territory?" And the bartender continues to ask, "Do you have reservations?" And one of the group members responds with, "Yes, over 3,000. And speaking of our minority underserved groups, our respected Pride community has just officially announced their favorite food, BLTDQ. J'ai parlé avec mon garagiste ce matin.
I spoke with my car mechanic this morning. He said your piston broke and your tranny needs a lube job. I told him I will not tolerate hate speech and that if he continues, I will call Christia to bring the horses.
Merci. You've been excellent. Thank you. Bonjour tout le monde. April 8th marks the implementation of our all-new Eclipse tax. Any Canadians who aren't in the path of totality, will be taxed at whatever percentage the penumbra is casting at their given location. The new revenue will help us prevent future eclipses, keeping Canadians safe from the sun turning blackface. I expect there to be emergency lockdowns in several provinces, and I cannot guarantee that police horses won't get a little spooked, just as a disclaimer. Pierre Poilievre says that he'll be in a region of only 95% darkness. Typical crybaby, stingy conservative, always wanting at least 5% off on everything. And now that he's all handsome and buff, he'll try to eclipse my shining radiance with his heavenly body. Remember, the vitamin D levels from the sun that day won't be as available, so you may want to boost your immune system as the sun's Corona-19 flares around the edges. Maintain a safe social distance of at least 6 million miles. My friends, the chances that the sun and moon are the same exact apparent size in the sky are nearly impossible. But then again, the odds are even more astronomical that I'll be able to save Canada from my intentional and total destruction of it. I can't believe I just said that. On a more positive note, Christia Freeland is back from the chiropractor, all fixed and healed from her chronic head bobbing, and she'll be observable traversing the sun on her broomstick. There won't be another eclipse until after my 4th term, so be sure to bring your rose-colored welder's goggles to minimize any cynicism. Confident Canadians know that dark skies matter, and that there will never be another beautiful and glorious moon to behold as this one. Well, maybe the moon of Big Booty Bubba when she twerks for preschoolers at the next Drag Queen Story Hour. Merci. Hello? Danielle? We need to talk.
You want to tell me what this is all about?
As I walk through the crowds at the WEF, I take a look at my country and realize there's nothing left. 'Cause I've been umming and ahhing so long that Even my Christian thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never dodged a question that didn't deserve it. Give the facts to you straight, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies' accounts will be blocked. My rocks and refugees are the dopest humans, and I love POCs cause my daddy's Cuban. I'm the kind of G the GTA really likes, cause I use pronouns right and I really hate being white. Been spending most their lives to pay for Trudeau's paradise. I use wokeness to entice, then I dress up like those Bollywood guys. They want healthcare, yeah, that's nice, but they'll get assisted suicide. We upped carbon taxes thrice while we lied about that polar ice. Look at the situation they had me facing. I printed all of that money, still they honked in the streets. So I called the RCMP, named it an emergency, cause we don't need inclusiveness for bigots like these. I'm a drama teaching fool with your money on my mind. Got shoe polish in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a socked out gangster, spittin' queen bangers. My deets got your gun, so don't arouse my anger, fool. Vets and sick need more help every day, but their lives are a mess, so let's just call in the maid. I've seen 3 terms, but will I get to see 4? With the CBC's help, I think so. Tell me, why do we have courts and juries when the ones we hurt are SNC? Been spending most their lives to pay for Trudeau's paradise. We're upending most their lives so they can be decolonized. A she session's not too nice when you're trying to help out people kind. I keep jailing pastor guys, cause Jesus can't save COVID lives. Cost of living rising, inflating every loony, inflating till my ego is almost looking puny. Fitty churches burned by my sunny ways. It ain't my fault, it's climate change. Tab out of knack. Look at my dictatorship, it ain't basic. Got my palace tiled with their broken mosaic. We're erasing our past, but Canadians don't brag. So just raise your black fist and lower the flag, fool. Been spending most their lives to pay for Trudeau's paradise. ISIS terrorists are fine, but bouncy castles make me cry. Been speaking moistly so that even in this song I sing, I could fill a whole drink box, water bottle, glass can, sort of thing.